grab a few minutes of your time. We won't take too long because I know you're having a great time talking and meeting everybody. My name's Tony James. I'm the immediate past president of the West Australian School of Mines Graduates Association. So, if you're wondering who I am, I'm here filling in for Bill Beamont, who's the president of the Graduates Association, who's in New York. This is our first sundowner that the Graduates Association has had here at Curtin, and we'd like to thank Curtin for enabling us to do that. To that, I'd like to briefly introduce Kyle D'Souza. Kyle is graduated from the West Australian School of Mines with a Bachelor of Mining Engineering. Kyle is the founder of the first Maasai night school in East Africa, and is the chairman of the Wangan. Have I got that right? Yeah. Incorporation, a charity which looks to develop Maasai communities across Africa. Kyle is a great example of what WASM graduates do, and Kyle is come on board on our management committee to help us do the things, some of the many things that we plan to do as a graduates organisation going forward. And when you get to talk to Kyle and me, Kyle is a fascinating guy. He's literally went to Africa and he built a school out of his own back pocket. And he's done so many great things in Africa, and it's absolutely fantastic story. So Kyle's the young guy in our committee, so he's put there to help do the YGen thing and help us get a good spread across all the graduates. So Kyle, I'd like to introduce you to come and talk about the mentoring program. Thanks.
Thanks, Tony. Now, before I start, I can't help but see Norm with a glass of wine in his hand, and we all know that he loves one of these, so I bought one along. Oh, there you go, and he's got a Rock Team one. Yeah, guys, my name's Kyle. I'm a mining engineer, and I'm a project manager at Rock Team. And I guess I'm here today to talk to everyone about the mentor program that we're running, and also a little bit to our scholarship recipients today about what this actually means in having a mentor. Norm, a very special welcome to you. I spent a year in your classes in Perth and then moved up to Kalgoorlie. So yeah, I thought we snuck a few beers into your classes, so I think you should enjoy one with us now. Now, you're going to have to forgive me in typical WASM style. I've written this up last night, so please excuse me. But look, Norm, just on a personal note, mate, for all you've done for us as a bunch of students, it was definitely a shock when I found out that you were retiring, and it came to a shock at a lot of ex-students that have been through your mentoring as well. You know, you kept it approachable to come see you at all times, and I think you founded that. You were the foundation, I guess, for us coming through university, and you set that influence as, you guys are WASM, and you branded us before you even get to Kalgoorlie as WASM students. So thank you so much for that. To all the scholarship holders tonight, congratulations. You guys are the next leaders of this industry, and hopefully with this mentoring program, you'll get the most out of your scholarships as well. Also tonight, I'd like to welcome my own personal mentors, Colin McIntyre, who I've known since I was 17, and Dennis Gruber, who is the GM for Tech Services at Rock Team. So where do I start? Well, I'm here to talk about mentoring and what it actually is. Now, there's a bit of confusion in the industry that we say, I've got heaps of mentors, but what a mentor actually is, by our definition, it isn't just someone you look up to. It's someone who knows you personally and follows you through your career and gives you general guidance through what you're doing. And what the WASM GA is trying to do is to make sure that every single graduate that comes out of the School of Mines has that person that they can turn to. And I think that's what's going to give us the difference between the rest of the mining schools, and that you do have that backup when you need it. So I guess when I was 17, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I was introduced to Colin by his son, and I went and saw him, and he plonked this big black file in front of me, and he said, "Here you go, mate, if you do mining engineering, this is your new Bible." And of course, at 17, I opened it up, and it was the mines regs and the Act, and I was like, oh God. Anyway, he got into talking about boggers and air legs and scrapers, and I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about. But 4 months later, when I turned 18, he shipped me off to Ravensthorpe and he threw me on an air leg. So that was my first experience in mining. I fell in love with it, and I guess every 4 months I'd catch up with Colin, and we'd go through, I guess, the different things that were going on in my life. And it wasn't just careers; it was family, it was study, and there were some times when you'd hit rock bottom, but you'd see Colin and he'd bring you back up. I think that's what we want to see in all the graduates that are coming through the School of Mines now as well. With this mentoring program, is that when you guys do hit rock bottom, when you do go through a rough patch, you've got a mentor there who's going to guide you through it and just make it that much easier to get through uni. Now back to you guys who are actually studying here still. You guys have entered probably the most emotionally and physically demanding industries in the world. And not only that, you come under a lot of pressure because as mining engineers and geologists and whatnot, you are at the forefront of everything that happens in this industry. And there's a lot of times where you will struggle and you will stuff up and you won't know what to do. And that is when you can turn to your mentor and ask them for help. Now, I think the big difference that I'd like to make here is that you don't need to, for the students here today, you don't need to just have one, you can have two. I've got Dennis as well. But also seek advice from miners. You know, you're eventually going to become a mine manager one day, and if you do not listen to the guys who are going to be underneath you, there is no chance you will survive in this industry. So don't just look for mentors who are up the top, look at guys who are going to be under you as well at the same time and offer you guidance in that sense. Now, the WASM GA mentoring program isn't as informal as the one that Colin, Dennis and I share. It's structured, and there is a liability there for the mentors that do take on this program. The way it's structured is it'll run through LinkedIn, and everyone that has a mentor can keep in contact with their student through LinkedIn, and of course you have to have the face-to-face visits as well. So in that sense, you're building a relationship with your mentee, which I think is quite important. Now, the other thing as well is, for how many students here are still studying at School of Mines? Quite a few. How many of you guys have mentors? None. Right. So for all the people here who have graduated from WASM, one Dan, mine. For all the guys who have graduated from WASM, we'd like to see you guys stick your hand up and take on these roles as well, so we can really say we are the Harvard of mining engineering in the world, and geology and metallurgy. Now, for you guys as well, you've got to understand that what we want to see now from you guys is performance, and I guess having a mentor will allow you to perform, but not only that, it's so much more. You get introduced to contacts. You know, you want to give back to the industry, and you just find yourself when you do have a mentor. So if you don't have a mentor, please make sure that you come to us and let us know as well. I guess that sort of tops me up for speaking about the mentoring program. But I'd also like to start up a new scholarship today. That's for the memory of my dad, and I'd like to send with me in December one of you WASM students, and it'll be available to every WASM student. And I'm going to take you to Kenya, and you're going to help me build. So that's going to be available to everyone, so if you guys are interested in that, please come and see me afterwards. And once again, thank you, Norman, for everything you've done. Yeah, cheers.
It's amazing what graduates keep doing. Okay, plenty of drinks over there. Everyone have a good time. Please don't drink and drive tonight. Thank you.